Adjustments. Adjustments. You know, that's what I talk about. I'm Ray of Sunshine. Adjustments. Adjustments. That's what I illustrate on all of my previous presentations. Adjustments. Eternity. Hi, I'm Ray of Sunshine. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. You're making adjustments. So many exciting things going on. And if you don't know why you're here yet, stick around, because that's what I do on just about all of my videos. I help you figure out what you're doing here on this program and what you're doing here on this planet. Because my program is a metaphor for life. Especially my program is a metaphor for life. And especially in this climate of enormous change on this planet, it's time to make adjustments. So I'm in the process of figuring that out. So that's what I talk about on the program. Another title that I almost used for this video is This Sucks. And because it's very much along the same lines as You Rot. Making adjustments to attitude, adjustments to vibing. Right? We're here to vibe up. But this sucks might be the reaction that somebody would have. We're here to vibe up. If let's say one day somebody shared it with them, right? They might look at it and say, this sucks. We're here to vibe up. This sucks. If we can believe that we could alleviate conditions for, let's say, one homeless person. Let's say that there might be one less homeless person on this planet tonight. That's what I talk about. Or one less person that goes to bed hungry. That's what I talk about. If we can believe that that's possible for one person, we can believe that's possible for every person on the planet that's in that situation. We're all in this together. Okay. So I'm in the process of figuring that out and filming it for your viewing pleasure. So that would be one of the reasons why you'd want to go back. And at the end of this video, I have there'll be a couple of boxes at the side of my head, and I'll have some good suggestions. The biggest reason you'd want to go back there, I'm going to send you far back to one of them because I want you to see the difference. Because it's just a matter of dreaming, believing, doing over and over and over, one person at a time. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. There's no such thing as too much happy. So why not contribute toward it? The best way, the most effective way to contribute toward your own happiness is to contribute toward others' happiness. I'm Ray of Sunshine, and I'm different. Time to vibe up. I'm Ray of Sunshine, and I'm different in lots of ways than lots of other people. So are you. Time to vibe up. And to make adjustments. To discover the uniqueness of you, and to discover how you deal with discovering the different that's inside of us, the time to vibe up inside of all us, around us. And I'm different in lots of ways than lots of other people. So are you. I'm in the process of discovering what different I want to hold on to and what different I want to live memories. If that's something, it's different in lots of ways than lots of other people. Playtime. Time to vibe up. It's different in lots of ways than lots of other people. So are you. Create you. Oh, hold on. It's. If that's something that you're looking to discover about you, you came to the right place. It's playtime. I've been sort of skimming over the surface up until now, and my whole creation is based on the idea of doing something different, to discover something different, to make a difference. And so that has been my attempt. So anyway, you'll see since day one exactly what I'm talking about. If you go back to one of those older ones, you'll know just a few seconds in our progression. So the thing about eternity till now, and what is diving deep? I've talked about it. Create you. I've talked about it in kind of in a previous video. Vibe up. Hey, by the way, if somebody sent you this video, could be they think an awful lot of you. Playtime. It's playtime. Create you. Vibe up. Vibe up. You know, how it all started was, I was bobbing around here on the pond for a while, and I'm thinking, bobbing kind of feels good sometimes. And I had used that expression recently in a recent recording about that we're bobbing around here through eternity, which made me think about eternity, and that I wanted to talk about eternity some more. My concern about eternity is that deep down, it seems like such a long time. And, you know, I get bored easily. I'm just wondering how I'm going to deal with that, you know what I mean? Here we are. You know, however, what I'm figuring out, and that's all a lesson, being here in the now. And, you know, and I talk about this on a lot of my previous videos about letting go of the past, because the past has served its purpose. The past is the past. It contributed to creating the uniqueness of you. That's what I'm here to talk about in my program. Allowing you to squirt out all over the place, discover the uniqueness of you. Hey, you know, I just fell in love with somebody online, right? And we're communicating back and forth, and he sends this comment. He says something like, "You're so sweet," and I couldn't help but remember all the times in my life that people have said, "You're so sweet." It's probably like the number 2 comment that people have made about me. For no reason at all, people come up to me, people hug me, and they say, "Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. So sweet." So I don't know, there's something about me. It must be something about me. But the number 1 comment, actually there's 2 number 1 comments. Number 1 is a number 1A and a number 1B. Number 1A is kind. People say you're such a kind person. Just out of the clear blue. You're so kind. Oh. And the other one is an alternate because it hasn't been occurring for so long, because kind, that's how I've been my whole life. As far back as I can remember. Kind, I'm sweet and kind. And so the other one is amazing. And this was especially when I was doing cooking. I had a gourmet catering business. People thought was amazing. And then I did body work for many years, and so I got that comment all the time. You're amazing. You're amazing. So the funny thing I was just thinking about was at one time, this was a big episode in my life. I had this big trauma, and my husband and I were falsely convicted of a crime. So I went to jail, and in jail, I met a lot of, in jail, always sitting with somebody different in the mess hall, and a lot switching around from mod to mod, and met a lot of different guys. The number 1 comment, and this was like by 95% of the guys there, even to the staff, they looked at me and said, "You don't look like you belong here. You don't look like you belong here." So, I know people, guys, I look at guys and say, "Oh, they look like they belong in jail. They look like they just got out of jail." I know what that looks like. I don't know what it looks like to not belong in jail. However, you do. This is what it looks like, apparently, to not look like I belong there. One of the themes that seems to keep coming up. Oh, let me show you. Let me tell you about my theme in a minute. I have to show you before I forget about my birthday decorations here. I went to a local restaurant last night, and Jason was. So I said, "Hey, Jason, it's my birthday. Let me buy you a drink." And he said, "No, I can't. I'm only 19." But he says, "Happy birthday!" And hold on, I got something for you. He goes out to his car and he comes back in with all these sashes with different sayings on them, and I picked this one here, Birthday Queen. So somehow everybody I met seemed to figure out, you don't look like you belong here. But how come the judge couldn't figure it out? How come my lawyer couldn't figure it out? How come the prosecutor couldn't figure it out? The reason I picked that is, I want to tell you about this incident that happened to me many years ago. I went on a trip with a friend of mine, my friend Laura. And she was going down to Costa Rica to go to language. And one night we decided to go. There was like this party going on at the beach. The way, I guess something like kind of like the idea of what we had as a bar room they had, but it was outside because it was hot. Anyway, we had gone to this party, and they had this corral thing. There was a bar set up in there, and people dancing all over the place, inside, outside the corral, all over the beach. Just welcome to my fantasy. I am Ray of Sunshining. I'm thrilled that you're here with me today. Vibe up. Like the whole town was there, and finally it was late enough. I decided, and this guy is stumbling along the way. Vibe up. That was going to be the title of this video originally. I'm thrilled that you're here with me today to talk about Vibe Up. That's
So, I let him catch up. He had something to say. He says to me, he was going like this, and he said, regalia. Regalia. So I didn't know what he was talking about, and we weren't going to be able to communicate anyway, so I helped him off to the side, put him up against a tree, and then I went back to check with Laura, because Laura was the one that was, if I had any questions about who's saying what, she would translate that she
That's what I do. Vibe up. That's what I do.
Anyway, I said, this guy is kind of regalia.
And it shows the whole progression because it's a metaphor for life. That's what my program is about.
He says, what does that mean?
You may have noticed a little bit of a transformation in my program.
You are royalty. You struck me.
And that's kind of like the idea of the whole thing. To create the uniqueness of you.
That just felt so right. I've always known that I've been feeling lifetime of life.
It's time to let go of that which no longer serves.
I don't really know what all those lifetimes were about. I have a little bit of an idea. Like that, I was royalty.
If you're new here, hope you stick around for a while. If you've been with me before, and we're acquiring new attributes, you probably realize a couple of things. One,
and I still am royalty. Except you are. And I held on to that for many years because, I liked the feeling of it. It felt right. It felt comfortable. It felt natural.
That's what my whole presentation depicts. Expect the unexpected. It depicts that progression. And I filmed it. I have it all on film for expected. You. And two,
when I got that message, and so I kept reliving it over and over and over and over.
Is what I just presented, along with Buried Treasure to you today, was the best ray of sunshine. The hidden miracle messages. There's a whole array of rays of sunshine in every single one of my previous videos, and they're all there for a reason. Mystery messages to illustrate the best of. To illustrate the best of ray of sunshining and the best of you. You can learn some things about me, learn some things about you.
Sometimes that's some flashes into my mind and I know it. And I'm really learning more and more every day because, those are not the messages many of us grew up with. Those, we got messages like you're talking about.
Nothing wrong with fantasy, right? Create our fantasy world. And it's our time to shine. And I don't know if you noticed, and it's our time to shine, but the outfit kind of complements the whole decor here, the whole color motif. Fantasy is where it all starts. And that's kind of like the idea of hitting the world of our dreams out.
Or whatever, whatever they were always functioning with Now I hear it all. Where I hear it from? I hear it from me. I'm sure that I tell myself that because I've discovered that I'm my best listener. When I'm talking to myself, I'm always listening to myself. So if I'm going to listen, I will tell myself good stuff. So I tell myself about being royal.
Fantasy is where it's at. I can take a look at the world around me and create more of the same by focusing on more of the same. Or I can create my fanciful fantasy is just waiting to spring on me.
And I make an effort to find things to feel good about. And sometimes it's an effort. I'm just, I'm not always up on cloud 9,000 boosts, but ways to do that. I might listen to a video positive, encouraging, and 9,000
to spring on me. Fantasy is where it's at. I can take a look at the world around me, create more of the same by focusing on more of the same. Or I can create what my fanciful fantasy, I can take just waiting to spring on me. Which one do you think feels better?
Or am I going to appreciation? Something like that. That was such a little bit of work at. It took a little bit of work at.
Which one do you think?
To make it a focus,
Feels better. The number one comment, I don't know what it looks like to not belong in jail. However, which one do you think? You do. This is what apparently feels better. I talk about it in all of my videos. There's no so much hell, so why not contribute toward it? The way to do that, deliberately focus, which creates happiness deliberately to you. Hey, by the way, if somebody sent you this video, could be They think an awful lot of you.
Well, this is what it looks like apparently. This is what it looks like apparently.
Deliberately. It's playtime. It's playtime.
That's what feels good. That's the indicator. Feels good. Oh.
The best way, the most effective way to contribute toward your own happiness,
Vibe up. That's what we get to vibe up.
Is to contribute toward others' happiness.
To not look like I belong there. Adjustments. I belong in jail. Adjustments. Adjustments.